Video games are fun, right? That can be easily agreed on. But every game has those mechanics, levels, details, or even whole characters that completely suck away all of the fun like some sort of vacuum. Everyone has those annoyances in games, and most likely they're all different. That makes a list like this super personalized. So, for example, I prominently play single-player games, so the picks are going to be majority from those types of games. So don't expect any of those annoying kids online type answers here. Of course, these picks all stem from my personal opinions and experiences, and I would love to hear your personal gaming annoyances in the comments. On with the list.
Gentlemen.
And right off the bat we have something niche, and it's an entire character. Pikmin has a handful of small annoyances, from specific enemies to certain locations, but Louis is something else entirely. Louis isn't just a character, he is a blight on otherwise masterpieces of games. He is just unlikable, and he is a main character. Louis is a dick, through and through, and nowhere is this most evident than in Pikmin 3. Halfway through the game, Alf, Brittany and Charlie come across Louis, knocked out from a crash landing, and through the kindness of their hearts escort him to the Drake so he doesn't, die. And how does Louis return the favour? By stealing all of the juice the player has accumulated to survive. As far as I'm concerned, Louis is the true final boss. Not only that, his personality is horrid too. He is selfish and self-absorbed, only caring for what benefits him. And he is only at number 10.
Gentlemen.
Number 9 isn't from one singular game. This mechanic spans across multiple generations and genres. Critical hits suck. Getting hit by a critical hit is frustrating and landing a crit is unsatisfying. At least in my opinion. I hate relying on luck to win a fight. This shows its ugly head most in RPGs. A crit happens randomly and can completely ruin the experience. So many situations when I am certain that I would survive the next hit and BAM! A crit. Some say it adds an element of caution and hesitance. It's luck. And unless you're playing a party game, I don't want no luck. Even in fighting games. Hero added so much controversy upon Smash when he released, and one reason was his random crit chance on Smash attacks. He can one-hit kill opponents. And yes, it's kinda satisfying when you land one yourself, but that satisfaction is short-lived when you find out you won through luck and not skill. Too bad they are staples and won't be leaving anytime soon.
Gentlemen.
Team Fortress 2. One of the most fun and replayable first-person shooters ever crafted, with 9 unique and iconic characters each with their own tricks and quirks. One of which angers me to my core. Spy. More accurately, a good spy. For those who don't know, Spy has the ability to turn invisible and disguise as any class. Also, his knife can one-hit kill anyone if Spy stabs their back. After 10 years, most players can identify an enemy Spy no problem, and most Spy players aren't the sharpest knives in the Spy. Did I really write that? But when a good Spy player joins the lobby, it can be infuriating, and as an engineer main, is extra annoying. They will always land trick shots, weave through your team and utterly slaughter you. The worst part is that I can't blame the game for this. The whole point of Spy is to be stealthy. These players are just playing their class as intended. Ugh. Fine, I'll play Pyro.
Gentlemen.
No one likes being told what to do, that's a given. A bad, unskippable tutorial leaves a terrible first impression. The point of the tutorial is to teach the mechanic to the player. This can be done through multiple means. A quick menu or text box is perfect. Swift and non-intrusive. And they're for people who might need some help. Unskippable, long, boring tutorials that tell you shit you already knew years ago, yeah, no, it's not fun. If you could at least skip them, then it wouldn't be so bad, but I have played many games that force the tutorial. Every Pokemon game has the "this is how you catch Pokemon" tutorial. and Twilight Princess is my favourite Zelda, but goddamn that opening is a drag. And the original driver tutorial is legit the hardest mission in the game, and that's not even a joke. A skip button isn't that hard to make, you know, and believe me, that will come up again later.
Gentlemen,
picture this. You're playing a fast-paced action game, having the time of your life, and then the game slaps you in the face with an escort mission. Typically slow-paced, you're now slowly guiding some brain-dead AI to some purposeless location. These completely halt progress and ruin the pacing. Sometimes it can be an entire level, and sometimes it's the final boss. And now we're back to Pikmin 3. The entire final level has your Pikmin carrying Olimar through a labyrinth, while this giant golden peanut makes a beeline towards your entire army of Pikmin, and you basically can't fight back. If you're not prepared for this, you lose by default. And have you ever heard this sound effect?
Leon!
If yes, you know what I mean. If not, good. But you should still play Resident Evil 4. 'Tis a good game.
gentlemen,
The Binding of Isaac is one of my all-time favourite indie games. It's so fun running through random rooms and crafting the perfect OP build. And this game is no stranger to annoyances, but that's kind of the point. The annoying enemies such as the spiders are designed to be annoying. But you know what halts all fun to be had? The baffling mechanic of random curses. This entire mechanic's purpose is to be annoying, yes, but not in a good way. Basically, when starting a floor, a curse can randomly happen. There's such fun effects as you can't see your health. You get randomly teleported across the map. You can't see what items you're picking up, potentially ruining the run. And you see that helpful map in the corner? Gone. And just look at how frequent they are. They don't increase the challenge at all. They exclusively just piss you off. That's it. Just download the mods where you can turn them off. It will save you multiple controllers. And when seeing your map becomes a blessing, you know something is wrong.
gentlemen,
A fair and square fight against an enemy or boss can be some of the most entertaining parts of a game. Both parties exchanging blows until someone eventually wins. Insta-kills go against all of this. Being hit by an insta-kill ability tilts me faster than a Snorlax on a seesaw. It doesn't feel fair. These have existed as long as games have. Falling into pits or lava is completely fine, it makes sense. But enemies like the Orn from Kid Icarus Uprising, or anything spiky in Mega Man, makes me want to eat gravel. If the game offers a counter to the player, it's completely fine, because it's still fair. But this is few and far between. One-hit KO moves in RPGs are a funny case, because most of the time they are super hard to hit and miss 9 times out of 10, so that's fine. But bosses love to ignore this rule and just kill you in one blow because they felt like it. It's at points like these that I stop playing entirely. If the game doesn't want me to play, I just won't. It's that simple.
gentlemen,
Have you ever played a game, steamed through the first couple missions, levels, whatever, and suddenly the otherwise easy game turns into a Kaizo Dark Souls mod? These are difficulty spikes. These aren't always bad, but when the spike is miles freaking tall, then it's a problem. A classic example is Whitney in Pokemon Gen 2. Everyone knows about that mill tank and how it would just steamroll through all unprepared teams. Boo Beam from Mega Man 2, and yes, that's its name, is another example, where you literally can't miss a shot or it's game over. The boss fight itself is the room layout. What? Jasper Bat Jr. in No More Heroes 2 is another infamous example. Even though it's the final boss, the game is fairly easy up to this point, but Jasper is just way too cheap. He has insta-death attacks, and we all know how fun those are, and he is generally hard to hit. Hell, the fight itself has a difficulty spike. The first phase isn't that challenging, but then he turns it up to 11. You know what? Just change this entire section to Jasper. Even his voice is annoying.
Ironic question coming from an assassin. Did you honestly think you could take so many lives and never suffer retribution?
Gentlemen,
Sonic 1, Zone 1. Iconic. Fun and fast. Wonderful. Timeless. Marble Zone. A little bit slower, decently fun. Spring Yard Zone. Precursor to Casino Night Zone. Fun to look at and to play. Labyrinth Zone. Kill me! This spot goes to Sonic water levels. All of them. They all suck. Sonic goes fast, yes, you can't deny that, right? Water slows you down to a snail's pace, makes you floaty, and you have an air meter that can only be refilled by exiting the water or collecting bubbles, and if you don't, you die instantly. See the problem? This goes for all of them, 2D and 3D. It's beating a dead horse, but god damn it, who thought this was okay? I blame these games for the bad rap water levels get these days. Hedgehogs aren't even that bad at swimming. I genuinely can't think of one good Sonic water level. Even in the best Sonic games like Sonic Mania. I hate them. Gotta go fast, my ass.
gentlemen,
Cutscenes that can't be skipped. That's number one. I am a guy that likes to play games for the gameplay first, so being forced to sit down and watch a short film kind of jitters my jimmies. God of War, I'm looking at you. The PS4 one, that is. Stupid name for a stupid game. So much of that game is just watching. They disguise loading screens as cutscenes that are like over 5 minutes long each. Or sometimes you are carrying a pig for 5 minutes, holding forwards just watching everything happen. This is God of War. Or sometimes the cutscene will play before a boss in some games, and if you fail, you need to watch the entire scene again, and again, and again. It sucks. A skip function is a basic thing to add to a game. I understand if you like these examples, but if I want to sit down and watch a movie, I would sit down and watch a movie. God of War Ragnarok better have a skip function or I will be very mad on the internet.